Ooh. Yuck. Whoa. That's not fluid, that's goo. I've never seen fluid that bad. And guys, this is why it is so important to do this kind of basic maintenance. I had no clue that my fluid was that bad. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I thought it would be kind of fun to show you the kind of maintenance that I do on a motorcycle before I decide to hit the road. And the reason why we're doing this is because I'm actually getting ready as we speak to ride down to Florida on this motorcycle. It's like 1,100 miles to go to the Shade Tree Surgeon Forgotten Angels campout. So if you're gonna be there, we've probably already hung out because I don't know when this video is going out. In the meantime, we have a lot of work to do on this motorcycle, and it's getting hot. Let's dive on into it. All right, folks, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different with this video. I actually picked up this GoPro chest mount. It's extremely flattering and super comfortable, but we are going to be wearing this so that you can actually watch exactly what I am doing. This is gonna be a fun way for you guys to actually follow along with my process. So let's take a second and let's go over this whole bike. Okay, you are officially on my chest. Let's talk about what is going on with the motorcycle and what we're gonna be doing today. By the way, I do apologize if there's a little bit of noise. We are using the GoPro mic today. We're just trying something new and seeing how it's going to work. Might be a disaster, might seem pretty cool, but I figured we might as well try something new. So, first and foremost, you might be looking at this nice, lovely caramel colored brake fluid. You're supposed to do this like every 2 years. I actually do this every time I do an oil change. Brake fluid is really cheap, and I would rather have my brakes feel good than run some old fluid. I've noticed that the rear brake on this is a little bit mushy, so we're going to do that. We're also going to put some fresh pads into the rear brake. We're going to be doing the same thing up front. Along with that, we're going to be servicing the front brakes. The pads are doing okay. They're I can see the wear bars on them, but I think that these are still kind of old, so we're just gonna go ahead and put some new ones in. And then the last fluid swap we're gonna do is oil. So it's up on the center stand, which isn't exactly the best way to check on this bike, but we are about halfway through, and that is at least 2,000 miles old. And then a few parts that we're going to be putting on. We have a Monimoto, one of their new trackers. This is the LTE one. They actually sent this to me. And then we have the new quad lock USB adapter. The Hyper doesn't actually have one in it. It's too old. So we're popping this in the bike. Super excited to try this out. They did not send this to me. I actually bought this with my own hard-earned doubloons. Let's get into it. And we're starting things off in the place where I think most good maintenance sessions start, in the car, getting ready to go buy some tools that I realized I don't have. I actually don't have a brake bleeder kit anymore. And then I actually do need to pick up a nice tool set, like a mechanic's toolkit. I don't have one. All of my tools are scattered everywhere in the van, and I need them all in a nice, easy place for me to reach on the roof. So, time to go buy some tools and get lunch. And then maybe we can get started today, hopefully, fingers crossed. You ready for this, guys? Oh, I'm ready. Oh, all the parts fell out. God damn it. Okay, that'll be fun. Ow, you kidding me? Do I have exactly the wrong size missing? Ugh, son of a bitch. These pads actually have plenty of life left in them. Let's see here, compare them to the freshies here. Left my knife in the car. Yeah, there's plenty of life in them, but you know what? I've got the new ones. We're just gonna slap them in. So if you're at home working on your bike, one thing I would recommend is make sure that if you're gonna start running a tool or a bolt in, make sure that you start it by threading super lightly, not actually with a wrench. This is just like using it like a screwdriver. That makes sure that you're actually going to find the right spot and it's gonna sit properly. And then you can actually, you know, torque it down. I forgot the spring. Whoops. Let's put that in there. There we go. That's how that's supposed to be. Oh, it's not worth doing if you're not gonna do it twice. Where'd that little pin go? Okay. Let's move on to the other side. This has honestly been like the easiest swap I've ever done for pads on a motorcycle. I always end up being the idiot who takes the calipers off. God, why would I ever do that? Learn something new every day, you know? Let's move on to the rear. Okay, this is the fun part because I don't know what the rear one looks like. Okay. Huh. Okay. So, as we're about to see, I had to get the whole caliper off on the back. There's no way to get it out like on the front. You have to take it all the way off, which is super fun. I love that. I love that Ducati did that. That's such an intelligent way to design a motorcycle. I mean, why doesn't everybody do this? Okay. I still think this is the greatest design on a motorcycle I've ever seen. I love getting chain grease all over my hands. This is what I signed up for. Oh my God. Ducati. Why, dude? Why did you do it like this? It did not need to be set up like this. Oh, Luigi, why do you do this to me? You fucking need 3 hands for this step. Ah! When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When you try oh so hard to get pinned back and break, that's amore. God damn it. There's so much just raw emozione. Oh yeah. Oh, I did it. I did it. Okay. That took way more effort than it needed to. Okay, so somebody in Baloney Land did a very smart thing, and they decided that they were gonna put their brake fluid output right there on the wrong side of the motorcycle. So that's fun. I'll just have to fill it up over here and then just keep an eye over there. I'll have to figure out how to do this. But this is super, super simple. You just take this off, crack the nut, bleed it, fill it up as it goes, and once you start pushing out clear fluid, you know you're done. I got a nice little simple bleeder kit too. So this is a nice tip that I discovered. I forget where I figured it out or who told it to me. But in order to not spill brake fluid literally everywhere, all you gotta do is just poke 2 little holes in it. And that way you get a nice even pour and you let some air in. All right, now let's get started. Yeah, look at that. That's grody. Okay, let's go do the front. So a quick tip, if you're working on a bike that has dual disc setup up front, figure out which one is your farthest away line. So if you trace it, it goes from the master cylinder into the bike because there's an ABS unit, and then it comes down and touches this caliper first, and then it touches the other side caliper. You want to bleed farthest to closest because that way you're going to get as much of the nasty fluid out first. So instead of starting here, which is arguably easier to do, I'm going to start over here, and that is actually going to make my life so much simpler. Ooh, yuck. Whoa. That's not fluid, that's goo. No wonder my front brakes felt funny. Okay, gotta get that out of there. Yuck. I've never seen fluid like that bad. And guys, this is why it is so important to do this kind of basic maintenance. I had no clue that my fluid was that bad. I've never seen it be like paste before. It still has the burn of a brake fluid. It kind of still reacts with skin the same way, but that was gnarly. All right, let's see if I can do this without getting any oil everywhere. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Oh. It's super important, guys. When you're doing this, don't start threading it with a tool. Make sure you're doing it by hand. There you go. Bottom it out. And you'll notice for this, I'm using my little baby guy. I'm not putting a lot of meat on this bone because it doesn't need it. It just needs to be snug plus a bit. let it circulate. Now guys, this is not my part that I put on here. I hate these. You should have a toolless oil filter cap or oil fill cap. Needing tools for that is stupid, especially since this is soft aluminum and you're using steel tools. Alrighty guys, so the bike actually hit 161 degrees, which is operating temperature. And while it's coming down from that, so I can actually do one last final oil check, we're going to install the quad lock USB plug, and it comes with its own SAE lead, but the beauty is there's one already on the Ducati right here. So I'm thinking I don't even have to work all that hard to get this done, which would be amazing. I really like not having to work hard on stuff. All right, let's plug this in. And then it's got a off in the center, on, and then there's a auto. So we're gonna leave it on auto. And you know what? We're just gonna tuck all this wiring. I'm actually gonna put it off for now. And then I'm going to tuck it all up underneath here. Behind my fuse box? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, there's the tracker. I wonder if there's room under there. I'm gonna have to give this some thought. Maybe there's a spot under the seat where the toolkit goes. There's a very small toolkit on this bike. That ought to do it. Oh God. Okie dokie. Feel like I got a sunburn and I still haven't gotten the seat on the motorcycle. Not sure what's going on there, but the important stuff is done. We do have fresh oil in the motorcycle. We've got fresh brake fluid in here, and we got rid of that nasty Gumby crap that was in there. That was seriously the nastiest brake fluid I've ever seen. I've never seen it be glue like that. Really weird, and it's why you should be doing your brake fluid more often than just every 2 years, because I could have ridden for a while on that, and I can already tell you just from doing a few runs back and forth up here, feels so much better. Fresh pads are in there. We've got the USB stuff. The bike is just feeling so much nicer. And now, I dare say that this motorcycle is ready to go to Florida. Now, if anybody has stuck around to the end of this video, I appreciate it. Let me know if you enjoyed it. It was probably a lot looser and more freeform, just because of the nature of what I was doing up here. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get a full video out of this or what it's gonna look like. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go take a shower after I finish putting the seat on there, and I'm gonna call it a day. Catch you guys in the next one. See you later.